Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of India's most gripping real-life dramas, Scam 1992, the Harshad Mehta Story. If you're fascinated by financial scandals and real-world conspiracies, this is the story you need to know. What's something people don't know about Scam 1992? It wasn't just a heist, it changed the way India saw money. Here's how it all went down. In the early 90s, Harshad Mehta was a stock market wizard, turning pennies into fortunes overnight. But behind the glitz was a web of shady deals, fake bank receipts, and a 4,000 crore rupee scam that blindsided the nation. It wasn't just numbers, it was trust shattered.
Absolutely. This is the story of a man who didn't just play the market, he became the market. To understand Harshad Mehta, you must first see the India he operated in. The economy was largely closed, regulated, and opaque. Information was power, and a small circle controlled the market. He wore cheap clothes, took the local train, and started at the bottom. Ambition, audacity, and an uncanny ability to exploit the system. How did he do it? It starts with two mechanics. One legal loophole, one criminal. First, ready forward deals, or RFDs. Banks lent to each other against government securities, short-term loans disguised as sales. Settlement wasn't instant. Brokers could access cash during the interim. Harshad used that interim cash, not his own, to buy stocks and push prices up. Buy, sell, return the bank's money. A legal tweak that felt like magic. Second, the illegal masterstroke, fake BRs. Banks issued BRs as proof. Harshad realized paper could be forged. He created fake BRs and showed them to other banks to borrow hundreds of crores. Those funds were pumped into the market, inflationary and self-reinforcing. It became a Ponzi-like illusion. Use new debt to pay old debt while prices soared. Stocks like ACC shot from about Rs 200 to over Rs 9,000 in months. Middle-class investors poured life savings into the magic. The market became a cultural phenomenon, but cracks appeared, settlement delays, odd money flows, and improbable returns. The system depended on trust and paper, and those were being abused. Then the music stopped. April 1992. A journalist named Sucheta Dalal published an explosive report. Based on a tip, the headline read, "The Great Indian Bank Robbery." The revelations named missing funds and forged instruments. Panic spread. The Sensex plunged from about 4,500 to 2,500 in weeks. Millions lost money, and nationalized banks were implicated. Over Rs 4,000 crores were unaccounted for. Staggering sums then and now. Multiple banks and institutions were compromised. Was Harshad a criminal, a genius, or a product of his time? He famously said he only exploited loopholes, and in a way, he was right. The arrest came, but the story forced deep reforms. Up next, exposure, crash, courtrooms, and the changes that followed. Harshad Mehta was arrested in 1992. In court, he remained defiant. "I did not break the law. I only exploited the loopholes." The trial exposed collusion and regulatory gaps in banking and brokerage. Investigations revealed how paper and trust were abused across institutions. Markets crashed. Investor confidence evaporated almost overnight. Ordinary people lost savings, pensions, and hope. The scandal showed deep rot. Banks, brokers, and sometimes bureaucrats had turned a blind eye. Reform became unavoidable. Three major outcomes. SEBI was empowered with stronger oversight. Electronic settlement replaced paper-based trade. Transparency and anti-collusion measures became priorities. Ironically, the scandal made the system stronger and fairer. What was exploited was repaired, though the human cost remained. Fast forward to 2020. Sony Liv's Scam 1992 humanized Harshad and made finance a gripping drama. It wasn't just a biopic. It had soul, explained complex finance simply, and showed moral ambiguity. Greed isn't the only problem. A broken system enables it. Was Harshad criminal? Yes. Genius? Also yes. Product of his time? Absolutely. His life is a mirror of India's transformation. Ambition is powerful. Without integrity, it's a time bomb. Systems will always be tested. The question is whether they learn in time. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Next, deep dives on Nirav Modi, Satyam, and the Yes Bank collapse. Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop questioning the system. See you in the next one.